Now, Harry Reid had been threatening for a while, so look at you Republicans. If you keep doing this obstruction on the nominees of the president, we're going to go nuclear, and we're going to take away your right to filibuster those nominees. And I literally said earlier this week, I'm done with it. I'm not going to talk about that at all until they exercise that option, because I'm so tired of them talking about it and not actually doing it. What happened today? All right. Well, first of all, let's be clear here now. Mitch McConnell said that this is very unfair of the Democrats, because he said, by any objective standards, Senate Republicans have been very, very fair to the president. Well, that's interesting. President Obama, of course, disagrees. He doesn't believe they have been fair. He says, the vote today, I think, is an indication that a majority of senators believe, as I believe, that enough is enough. And he went on to say that a deliberate and determined effort to obstruct everything, no matter what the merits, just to refight the result of an election is not normal. For the sake of future generations, we can't let it become normal. Now, who's right about that? I'm about to show you in 1 second. But the numbers I'm about to give you are the reasons why finally Harry Reid pressed the button. So, who's right? Listen to these stunning facts. Half of the nominees filibustered in the history of the United States of America were blocked by Republicans during the Obama administration. In under 5 years, they filibustered half of the nominees ever filibustered in the entire history of the country. Gee, I wonder if that was normal, right? Now, who do you think's telling the truth? Now, if you turn on CNN and the mainstream media, they can say, well, the Republicans say the president was trying to pack the court and distract you. Democrats say that they were doing something abnormal. But who's right? Look at the facts. I'll give you another fact. Of 23 district court nominees filibustered in U.S. history, 20 were Obama's nominees. Out of 23 in the entire history of the country, 20 were done under Obama. Does that sound normal to you? If you're turning on your television set and they're calling it even, they're lying to you. What the Republicans were doing was extraordinary. In fact, the Democrats had no choice, no option really, but to press the button and take away the filibuster. And understand, this does not apply to every piece of legislation, so don't get too excited. It does not actually apply to the Supreme Court nominees either. Just to other executive branch nominees. When the president says, look, I'm going to nominate this, I want your advice and consent, it's not like I don't want the Senate's advice and consent, that's in the Constitution. But it's going to pass by a simple majority. You can't filibuster every single person I put up there, which is exactly what they did with the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. The court has 11 seats. The Republicans said the 3 open seats, we're just not going to fill them. And they literally said, we don't care who you put up, and the 3 people you put up are perfectly reasonable, and we have no objections to them. We're not going to let you fill the seats. See, it's not even. They had to go to this option because what the Republicans were doing was extraordinary. One more fact. Judges that have had broad bipartisan support have had to wait nearly 100 days longer on average than George W. Bush's nominees. It was not even. So finally, the Democrats listened to the advice that a caller said on the Young Turks a long, long time ago.
Supposed to do, you take them out of the office and hit them with a stick a couple times. They will do.
They will do! So today, Harry Reid said, and the Republicans said, no. And the result was this scene that you see before you. Couldn't happen to a nicer party.